more.
Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Yip, 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 mum, 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 mum.
Get a job.
Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na.
Welcome to the Car Guy channel. We got rods and we got some really cool street rods. This show is all about rods, all about high ones, fast ones, slow ones. We got some pretty cool stuff on the show for you guys today. A 1941 Graham Hollywood. I got one that you have never seen because there's nothing built anything like it. And a really cool 1940 Plymouth. Had it in my storage building for nearly 18 years. It's coming out of the mothballs. We're going to start using it and have it on the Car Guy channel and show it to you today. Sit down, get yourself a cold one, and enjoy the show.
Get the paper, I read it through and through. Then my girl has the nerve to say, if there is any work for me, then I go back to the house, hear that woman's mouth, preaching and a crying, tell me that I'm lying.
Let's talk street rods, and I mean on the road, drivable, everyday street rods. Well, maybe that's not the case in this particular car. It's always really cool when you see these old cars in the road, and I don't know if you car guys and gals ever think about it, but there's a story behind every single one of them. They're pretty much like a snowflake. Not all the cars are ever going to be identical or be the same. These are all completely different. This right here totally fits the bill of something that is not different. This right here happens to be a 1941 Graham Hollywood. A 1941 Hollywood Graham, or a Graham Hollywood car. They only made two models. Yes, they only made two models. They actually made a four-door sedan and they made a convertible. Convertibles are extremely rare in these cases, and they are out there, but not very, very many. But I'm going to tell you about this car here. This car here was a four-door car. This was a sedan. This car was actually cut in half. Yes, cut in half on the roof. The gentleman started the process of this car before I purchased the car. I heard from an attorney this thing here is available, and family doesn't really know what to do with it because it wasn't finished. And when a guy starts a car, you guys are building these straight rods and you have an idea or a method of what to do, kind of keep a journal. Let people know what's going on. In this particular case, a journal would have been a very good idea for this car. He had a great design on it, and there was no areas that were spared of any type of problems of anything. He went for the first cabin on everything he did. The frame, the underneath the car, the suspension. And the motor in this car is a Cadillac North Star. And you say, why a North Star? Very unusual motor. These motors are absolutely phenomenal, but a Cadillac North Star motor is transverse. These motors are designed to be sideways with a front-wheel drive. This motor here was set up to do rear-wheel drive, so the bell housing transmission had to be custom done for this car before the body was ever put onto the frame. So the previous owner really had an idea. So when I get a call from an attorney, this car here is unfinished. Purchased the car as an unfinished project, and boy, it's been a project, I mean, from day one. But I'm telling you, you got to look this thing here over.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye, yes, that'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day, hey, hey, when I die. Well, you give me all your loving and your turtle doving, all your hugs and kisses and your money too. Well, you know you love me, baby. Still, you tell me maybe that
I said I had some straight rods for you today. I got some straight rods for you. And look at this car here. It's a 1940 Plymouth. Now, this is obviously a street rod, and it has a 360 engine, automatic, and all that type of stuff. But I've had this car here for a long time. And if anybody from Silicon Valley or the Bay Area, or I know people out of state and whatnot that do watch the show, but when you go ahead and see this car here around, I'm usually driving it. This is probably one of the street rods I actually driving a lot. You can see that it's been used and abused a little bit. It's because I use it. If you guys got that Garage Queen out there, get it out. Go use it. That's what all the fun is. This is the candy apple red with some ghost flames in it, and being a 1940 Plymouth was a great car to do. And I call this car here this is kind of a retro rod. It's not a custom. No real body modifications were done. You can see the chrome and stuff was done on it, but this is a great driver, and I want to show you this car right here from stem to stern. I think you're going to get a kick out of it. I think the color says it all. It's a candy apple red, and I mentioned earlier about the ghost flames. We'll get the camera over here, and you kind of the flames themselves are a little bit more of a darker and then lighter, and they got the metallic that goes into it, and it gives the fact that it does go ahead and set itself right into the fender. You're going to go ahead and see this right here, but why I really like this car here an awful lot is because of the comfortability and drivability and the safeness it has. Power booster, you got a twin port master cylinder, a simple, not a real high performance car motor wise and transmission. It's a simple 360, mild cam, 4-barrel carburetor. Just what a driver. And I want you to look at this here. You can see the disc brakes in the front, got the Haldebrand style wheels with the billet look on it. I'm telling you, I really like it a lot. With all the stainless, this right here was polished up real nice. But I wanted to show you how the car is on how I do it as a driver during the week. When I go somewhere, go to schools to do some speeches and do other things, you're gonna see really how this car here kind of looks out. But check this out under the hood. I think you're gonna like it.
You say you're gonna leave, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day. Hey, hey, when I die, well, you give me all your